Have you ever had something special, a gift, a talent, or an opportunity, and then lost it because of your own choices? What if you were given incredible strength, strength no one else had, but one wrong decision slowly took it all away? This is the story of Samson, a man chosen by God before he was even born, a man of unbelievable power, and a man whose greatest enemy wasn't the people around him, but himself. Let's begin. Long ago, the people of Israel were suffering. They were under the control of a powerful enemy, the Philistines. Life was hard. There was fear, oppression, and no freedom. But God had a plan. There was a man named Manoah and his wife. They had no children. One day, an angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife with a message. You will have a son, but this child would be different. He would be set apart for God from birth. He would live under a special promise, a Nazirite vow. That meant he must never drink alcohol, he must not touch anything unclean, and most importantly, his hair must never be cut, because his strength would come from God. Soon, the child was born. They named him Samson, and as he grew, God's power began to rest on him. Samson didn't grow up like everyone else. He had unusual strength, strength that could not be explained. One day, while walking alone, a lion suddenly attacked him. No weapons, no help, but Samson grabbed the lion with his bare hands and tore it apart. Just like that. Another time, enemies tried to capture him. Instead of running, Samson picked up the jawbone of a donkey and defeated 1,000 men. 1,000. People feared him. His enemies couldn't understand him. But Samson had a problem. Even though he had great strength on the outside, he lacked control on the inside. He made impulsive decisions. He followed his desires more than God's direction. And slowly, those choices began to shape his future. Samson had one major weakness. He kept getting involved with the wrong people, especially relationships. Again and again, he ignored wise advice. He chose what felt right in the moment instead of what was right overall. Eventually, he met a woman named Delilah. She lived in enemy territory among the Philistines, but Samson fell in love with her. The Philistine leaders saw this as an opportunity. They went to Delilah and offered her money. Find out the secret of his strength, they said, and help us defeat him. Delilah agreed. Delilah began asking Samson questions.
Please, Samson, tell me the truth. Why don't you trust me with your secret? I just want to understand you.
What makes you so strong? She asked sweetly. Samson didn't tell the truth at first. He gave false answers, testing her. Each time, she tried to use his answers against him. Each time, enemies came to capture him. And each time, Samson escaped easily. But Delilah didn't stop. Day after day, she kept asking, pressuring him, wearing him down emotionally. Don't you love me? She said. Why won't you trust me? Eventually,
I have to tell you something I've told no one else. My power, it rests here, in my hair.
And my hair has never been cut. If it is cut, I will become weak. That night, while Samson slept, Delilah called someone to cut his hair. And just like that, his strength was gone. The Philistines came. This time, Samson tried to fight back, but nothing happened. No strength, no power. He had lost what made him special. He had lost what God had given him. He was captured, blinded, and thrown into prison. The strongest man, reduced to nothing. Now he was forced to grind grain like a slave, day after day, in darkness, in silence, in regret. But something important was happening slowly. Samson's hair began to grow back, and more importantly, his heart began to change. For the first time, Samson turned back to God, not for power, not for pride, but from a place of brokenness. He remembered who he was and who God was. One day, the Philistines gathered in a large temple. They were celebrating Samson's defeat. They brought him out to entertain them, to mock him. Blind, weak, humiliated, but they didn't realize something had changed. Samson asked to be placed between the pillars that held the temple. Then he prayed, God, just one more time. Give me strength just once more. And God answered. Strength returned to Samson. He pushed against the pillars, harder and harder, until the entire building collapsed. The temple fell, and in that moment, Samson defeated more enemies than he ever had before. Samson's story is powerful, not just because of his strength, but because of his journey. He was chosen, he was gifted, but he made mistakes, big ones. He lost everything, yet in the end, he found his way back to God. And that's the real message. No matter how far you go, no matter how many mistakes you make, you can always come back. Your strength doesn't come from yourself. It comes from God. If this story spoke to you, take a moment to reflect. Where is your strength coming from? And what choices are shaping your future? If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe for more powerful Bible stories brought to life.